Hey guys, Turret here bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Kholodny Ferma. Playing for today, spawning on the left is Strategos. Playing his US forces, he has tactical support, heavy cavalry and rifle company. Pretty much a standard loadout these days, I think. All premium commanders though, which is a bit of a shame that you have to play as the premium commanders to compete as US forces, but it just does seem to be the case at the moment. And I believe he's a bit always wired himself in. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Oh, that is horrible. He's stuck here because he doesn't have enough munitions to get the wire cutter out. Oh well. Playing against him will be TwistedTootsy playing as OKW. And his loadout is Scavenge, Elite Armor and Overwatch. Also all premium commanders, but this is easily the most popular, has been for months and months. Scavenge gets you those Jaeger lights, good call in infantry. The infiltration grenades very cheap, you can spam those out, no issues. And of course the flak panzer, nice call in tank, especially if your HQs get destroyed at some point, or if you just skip going to the Schwer HQ if you're in a bit of trouble. You can still call on a pretty potent tank in the form of a flak panzer. And rely on your Shreks to deal with the tanks. Shreks and Raketans. So Strategos has finally got his hazard removal package out. Finally ticked up enough munitions. But because of the start, I mean, he hasn't capped his fuel, so he's off to a really bad start here. Means probably a bad idea to try and go for a lieutenant. Would be better to go straight for a captain at this stage, I think, because his fuel income just hasn't been good enough. For lieutenant, you really rely on getting that fast, early fuel to rush out that M20. Also have to be wary if you do go for M20. Some OKW players still do go for the mechanized truck, so if you got a late M20, that thing's going to be shut down really hard by anything from that HQ. So that is indeed what we're seeing from Strategos after having such little fuel income. He's going to go into a 4th rifleman, which suggests he will be going for captain. Does have a few pack outs abilities, so maybe he was planning to go captain all along, but you never know. Rifleman in this church here, but he's got this garrison outside his base captured, and this is a nightmare for the player playing out the left spawn. So hard to break that garrison until you get some form of indirect fire or a flamethrower, which when he's only got access to indirect fire if he gets the pack out to, and of course flamethrowers only if he goes for rifle company. So he's just going to have to live with that for a moment, try to play around it. 2v1 here, and that's a very late retreat, and that's a wipe. Concentrated firepower of 2 rifles in close range, very potent, knocks out that squad. Lickety split. Elsewhere we see a Kugel pushing away those riflemen there in the south. Sturm's in trouble now. 2 riflemen, you cannot underestimate the firepower of 2 riflemen in medium to close range. They are so strong. What gives US forces their very potent early game, in conjunction with their very strong light vehicles as well. So we see TwistedTootsy putting up double sandbags here. This is an interesting arrangement. Looks like he's going to get protection from both angles maybe by doing this. I've never seen this before, but this sandbag sandwich may work out. I don't know. I mean, he just blasted those riflemen. And Strategos is off to a terrible start here. Probably all starting with getting that re-echelon squad trapped in that wire there. That really set him back a long, long way. Man, this is some novel stuff. I've never seen sandbag sandwich done before.
Captain just took the battlefield.
So now we've got a captain for Strategos, and I imagine he'll be going for pack out. So now he doesn't have much fuel, and he's got quite a lot of manpower floating. So that would be the go-to right now.
Is overrunning one of our capture points.
Oof. Oh, this is trouble. No, he's not going to leave the sanctity of his sandbag sandwich to try and wipe that squad on retreat there. Unfortunately, Sturm's out here in the open getting diced up by these riflemen. I don't know what he's thinking there. He's not even behind the heavy cover. Could lose his squad. No. Flame grenade over the hedge. Flushes those riflemen out of the garrison, but it's not really too much of an issue. Oh, here comes the Kubel, and this rifle squad does have access to AT grenades, so he's got to be careful with that thing. Oh, captain from the side. Oh, only one of the bazookas connect there. And that Kubel speeds down the road on the way to safety. Has indeed gone for a mechanized regiment. Probably a good idea if you're quite far ahead. You can really take advantage of that by getting out a fast light vehicle. In this case, we're going to see a Luke's.
Americans are making a push.
Strategos really, once again, he was floating a lot of manpower for such a long time, and only now making his pack out, so he needs to tighten up his build timings here. Can't afford to be floating, 600 manpower. Okay, no, he's cancelled the pack outs, and now he's making AT go, which is good because Luke's is on the field, of course, and needs that extra bit of anti-tank firepower. Also, only one of his rifleman squads are up to V1, so he's got to be careful. He could quite easily get wiped on retreat by this Luke's if they don't have that snare available. Luke's could probably rush this all the way into base. He's got nothing to fear, but he's not going to. Combat here. Rifleman charging as their sandbag sandwich, trying to get close on those rocks, trying to negate that cover. Maximize their weapon profile. There we go. One sandbag falls. At the same time, this rifleman squad going down very quick, and there we go. Rifle squad goes down. I think Strategos trying to fight on too many fronts there. Oh, and he may lose this squad as well. Where is the AT gun? Okay, AT gun gets one shot off. Now Lux is going to try and knock the AT gun out, it looks like. In close range. No, he's going to back away now. AT gun tries to set up about 4 different times. Activates the armor piercing rounds. No point. Lux doesn't have enough armor to bounce a shot from that. And as far as I'm aware, it does not increase the damage. This thing does just the penetration. So no point in activating those armor piercing rounds against the Lux. And perhaps that's why it's reset up, because it was trying to activate that armor piercing rounds, but as I was saying, really not worth his while. But here, what's this? Oh, a very risky place to try and do some frontline repairs, and it ends up costing himself his looks there. So both players taking some pretty heavy losses here in the early game. Oh, and he could even lose these Sturms. These riflemen doing so much damage. He's got across this negative cover here as well. Oh, close to max range there. Down go the Sturms. And all of a sudden, Strategos back in this game. He picks up Lux and the Sturms, and now he's in a real good spot. Of course, TwistedTootsy has gone for scavenge, and he fielded himself one squad of Jaegers, doing some harassment on the fuel, and we can see the map very heavily in the favour of TwistedTootsy. But now army size, we can see Strategos has pulled ahead. Two AT guns though. I bet he's regretting making the second AT gun now. Going to sit on its hands for the next few minutes, but maybe if this Schwer HQ gets placed in an adventurous spot, you could actually use it to try and push that down. And with the good rate of fire that the US Forces AT gun has, it's actually very effective at knocking out OKW HQ trucks.
Enemy infantry! Mission accomplished.
Okay, so now we see Strategos has selected Rifle Company and invested in a few more rear echelons. It's got 2 squads with sweepers, and once they have the sweepers they cannot be upgraded with the flamethrowers, so that is unfortunate for him. That's why he had to make a 3rd squad of rear echelons. Doesn't have enough munitions to go for flamethrowers though, so not entirely sure why he went for Rifle Company. He doesn't really have much to offer him right now. Looks like he's just going to use his AT guns to try and destroy this house outside his base, which is probably a good idea because it's definitely doing more harm than helping him at this stage. And so his base. Oh, here we go. Infiltration grenades forcing that retreat there. Looks like we do not have a ambulance for Strategos, which is a bit of an issue really. He's got quite a few low health squads. He's going to bleed quite a lot. Unless he gets one immediately. And yeah, imagine if he didn't have that AT gun and instead have a pack out, so he'd be having a much better time dealing with this garrison outside his base. As we can see, TwistedTootsy just in control right here. Put a Schwer up in a reasonably, very defensive position really. So it's very unlikely Strategos will be able to push that with his AT guns. So yeah, the second AT gun really just a poor idea. And I know sometimes it's tempting to get 2 AT guns to try and knock out light vehicles in, one volley or catch them out of position, very quickly kill them, but it usually doesn't end up working too well. The only faction that can kind of get away with it, I feel, is Austere, if you're teaming it up with a command tank doctrine. So here we go, Riflemen charging into these Jaegers, but Kugel from the north pushing them away. He's just finally breaking out of his base now, getting some territory control, and we can see he's at a near 200 VP deficit right now. Oh, but he may pick up another wipe. Unfortunate retreat path here for TwistedTootsy. Costs him another squad. He suffered so many losses. Oh, once again using those armor-piercing rounds for no real reason on a light vehicle. Should save his munitions. Take aim's a good choice though. But armor-piercing rounds really not necessary in this case. It's not like the Jackson's high-velocity armor-piercing rounds, which actually increase damage on the US Forces AT gun that only increased penetration. So we see a walking Stuka now coming up from TwistedTootsy. I'm not entirely sure why he's done this. Probably because there are 2 AT guns and he doesn't feel confident he's going to be able to keep his medium tanks alive against this. I think maybe he could have just... spammed a bit more infantry and gone straight for a King Tiger. King Tiger makes short work of these US Forces AT guns because they just don't have enough penetration to deal with its tremendous frontal armor, and it wipes them so easily. Such high wipe potential from that thing. It's really not enough for US Forces base to only use the AT guns against the King Tiger. In fact, the King Tiger just generally owns US forces, because it also 2 hits the Jackson, and the Jackson only outranges it by 15. It's quite hard to micro the engagement, especially when sight ranges of tanks are 35. So, you know, and the range of the King Tiger is 45. So it's just so hard to micro. You try and send infantry squads out there to do recon, and they get wiped in one hit by the King Tiger, and then your Jackson's trying to outrange it, and it's just a mess, and it almost never goes well for the US Forces player. Especially if you're playing with a doctrine that doesn't have any mines. Very hard to kill that KT. So we did see that Walking Stuka get 1 barrage off and got 1 kill. Yeah. Wow, what, he's got a lot of Kugel bulletins. Movement speed, acceleration, and oh, these ones are good. Wow. 5% fast acceleration and 4% movement speed, and this one's just 5% max movement speed. So this one's like almost twice as good. Cool, kicking the bucket, and love my turbocharger. I like that title.
Pioneer Cobra is ready for action.
Don't hear any turbos though. I hear that turbo whistle. So the Walking Stuka has recharged, ready for another barrage now. Don't know what he's going to target with that though. Doesn't really have eyes on many squads, and it's kind of hard to just launch a Stuka barrage when you only have eyes on, say, 1 squad. Your opponent knows, well, this is the only front that I'm fighting on, so most likely this is where his Stuka is aiming at, so I can easily dodge that. Generally, you need to have sight of at least like 3 different squads, so it makes it very hard for your opponent to guess what squad you're actually shooting at. That makes it much more effective. And there we go, rifle squad goes down to inattentive person once again for Strategos. That was a Vet 2 squad as well. Looks like Walking Stuka trying to target the ambulance and the AT gun. Gets a couple kills, but nothing too dire. Also may have taken a bazooka shot there, and in fact this flak pan's also getting quite low to the captain in the church. Oh! Shrek squad goes down. Do not drop the Shrek though, so a very lethal game between these 2 players. And I think I forgot to mention their ranks when I was got distracted by that re-echelon getting stuck in the Y at the start of the game, but I think both of them are in top 100 with their respective factions. Strategic, yeah. And I think one of them may even be top 50. Being dispensed to the south to try and deal with this Kubel. Misses the first shot. He's activated shell shot, which I feel is a bit of a waste against the Kubel, and may end up costing him his Stuart now against the Flak Panzer. You really need that shell shot to deal with the Flak Panzer. It was a very reckless activation of shell shot trying to kill the Kubel. A bit of a waste of munitions as well, in my opinion. Probably should have used the point blank engine shot. In fact, I don't think he had any munitions. I think it's 16 munitions. Yeah, it is. He couldn't activate point blank engine shot. Oh, well, the Flak Panzer may go down here. No, clears that AT gun rather luckily. Still got to deal with these 2 bazookas though on his retreat path. Should probably have popped the captain out after those 2 bazookas hit. Probably would have got the kill there if he had done so. To give chase. Oh. Oh. Risky maneuvers there by that Google, but it's so fast with all those movements. Oh, Stuka flattens the church, and down goes the captain. He'd had enough. That thing had been camped in that church for so long. Enough is enough. Down goes the captain. Oh, could be a wipe in return though, these folks. Ooh, do get away. And Jaegers from the north forcing retreat from both those rifle squads. So yeah, very lethal game. I wonder how we're doing in terms of kills. So 3 Volk squads, 1 Sturm squad has died. And Panzer 2. We've got 1 captain, 2 riflemen, 1 rear echelon. Yeah, T-Gun's being degrouped once.
Battalion just released a major for action.
So I think Strategos maybe slightly ahead still, of course, but in terms of kills, but his map control has been significantly worse, and he's suffering 200 VP deficit still. Oh, here we go. Shell shock activated by the Stewart. Once again, does not have quite enough munitions for the point-blank engine shot. But Black Panzer cannot stick around trying to get the kill, knowing that that AT gun is rotating to try and deal with him. Oh no, he's coming back for another round. Well, this could be devastating. If he did point-blank engine shot right here, would be stuck in front of this AT gun. Oh. Where was that? Was that a second AT gun? Where's this? No. Was it this? Maybe. Either way, that flak guns are extremely low. Took his recharge, ready for another barrage. Oh, TwistedTootsy now going for a Panzer 4. Looks like Strategos investing in another AT gun, and once he recruits this one, he's going to have 3 AT guns. So now the Walking Stuka is going to have no shortage of targets. 3 AT guns. Pretty much a Walking Stuka's wet dream. Reaction on flamethrowers here. Looks like they're going to lose these Jaeger lights. There they go. Oh, that squad also has a flamethrower. I didn't think you could upgrade them with a flamethrower after you'd upgraded them with a minesweeper. Could have picked it up though from another dead rear echelon. There was what? There were 3 rear echelons at one stage. Rifleman charging close range on these Volks. Oh, they're deploying a flame grenade here. Rifleman do the old weaveroo, head around the side of that. Oh, but they get the kill at max range, drops the Shrek as well. So no more Volksgrenadiers for TwistedTootsy. He's lost so many squads. Oh, both players have actually. This has been an extremely lethal game, just slightly late on their retreats most times. She seems to be missing these shots pretty much point blank on this Kubel, and with all those speed bulletins, this thing is so fast. He can get away. Now he's got his rear armor exposed to a flak panzer. This is a nightmare. Head to head, the Stuart can deal with the flak panzer. With this rear armor exposed though, he's in a bit of trouble here. Oh, and down he goes. Flak Panzer chasing all the way to base. AT gun trying to come down, but this Panzer 4 causing it a few issues. So I haven't seen this Walking Stuka fire for a few minutes now. It's been cooled down for a long time. Now it's finally moving into position. Oh, gets a wipe on that AT gun. That gun health is very low as well, so once he repairs that up, I think it's going to be dead next barrage. Did it? Another squad go down. Sounds like maybe a squad of Jaegers went down. Doesn't matter, TwistedTootsy's deployed another squad. Man, he's got a lot of munitions saved up. So could make this scavenge artillery very lethal. As you can see in the description, number of shells fired depends on your current stored munitions, so with 700 munitions stored, that's going to be shooting off quite a lot of shells. And nice to see Strategos is indeed repairing that M1 so it doesn't die to the next Stuka barrage. P4 back up to full health, ready for another bit of combat. Oh, there's still there, bazooka from the captain. But the Sturms are going to pick it up. What happened to that Shrek? Okay, Shrek's still up here as well. Oh, is he going to pick that up with the Sturms? I know a lot of people are calling for Shreks to be moved to Sturm Pioneers.
Mobile command has been set. The static post is
No,
now in
maybe we're
operation.
about to see that in effect here. Bazooka and a Shrek now. Pretty much a Panzer Grenadier squad with repairs at this stage. But he's getting cut down by these riflemen. Here comes a flak panzer for some support. Where are the AT guns? Okay, they're in a decent spot to prevent this chasing these squads down, but not a decent spot to get any shots off right now. Oh, nice opening shot there from the P4. There we go, one AT gun shot off target though. Second one does connect. Oh, down goes a rifle squad there. Jaeger Lights do a few snipes with their G43. The squad got cut down so quickly. Okay, now we see the Easy 8 coming out for Strategos. I think this is the right choice. There aren't many Shreks on the field. Very little in the way of AT for TwistedTootsy. No mines that I've seen. Well, he had a couple down here, but that was a long time ago. And no Raketin, and of course no Shrek squads. He's got one double AT weapon Sturms, but that's about it. And the Easy 8 matches up very well against the Kholodny P4. Also has pretty good frontal armor. And it has good penetration on its weapon. Also has more health, so shot for shot, Easy 8 will kill the P4 in 4 shots, whereas P4 will require 5 to kill the Easy 8. That can make all the difference. Here we go now, P4's under control. Easy 8 should chase around the side. Flak Panzer coming in on the rear, could do some damage to the rear armor of the Easy 8. P4's blitzing away though, look at that thing. Easy 8 stands no chance of catching that up, especially not at 0 levels of veterancy. Oh, but now the... Oh no! Flak Panzer goes down. That's the issue when you're running around and there are 3 AT guns pointed at the center. That Flak Panzer didn't stand much of a chance at all. And that is one vehicle that the US Forces AT guns are pretty good at. Got a wide arc, so the speedy Flak Panzer can't speed out of the arc, and the low penetration on the US Forces AT gun doesn't really matter because the Flak Panzer are not very well armoured.
Continue the push. They are now at
It's kind of funny how most factions' AT guns are most effective against their own faction. I don't know, kind of odd how that works. But also kind of interesting because then if you lose your AT gun, that's like doubly punishing.
Panzer IV deployed. Awaiting orders.
So we can see Strategos in a big bit of trouble now, down to under 100 VPs. He's really going to be feeling the VP pressure, so he's got to focus all his attention on holding on to these VPs in these situations. You want to set up on the middle, you want the middle to be yours, so you want to lock down and then rotate north and south as required. So here comes the OKW P4. This is a bad idea. No infantry support whatsoever, and we'll lose that one-on-one against the Easy 8, so just a horrible idea. I don't know what he was thinking there. The Jaeger Light's coming around the side here, perhaps doing some reconnaissance. I'm going to line up one of these Stuka barrages. There it goes. Targeting the ambulance, but a Strategos somehow being hip to that, dodges that. I mean, if it was me, I probably would have been thinking he was taking the AT guns in. Of course, Strategos also moved those, which is nice to see. Oh, here comes the Kubel. What's he doing? Suicide run. Oh, but now the Easy 8's in a bit of trouble, taking a few shots. Oh, but this P4 is getting smashed by all these AT guns. What was he doing with that thing? He lost his flak panzer in almost the exact same situation. Oops, I hit double speed there for a second. He knew that there are 3 AT guns pointed at the center, but still, seeing his P4 out there, looks like the pathing kind of got stuck and cost him his P4. At this stage, I don't think the P4 is a good idea. It doesn't match up very well against the Easy 8. And we'll go down to those US Forces AT guns too easily. Probably should have gone for a Panther instead, and it's not like he was hurting for fuel. Also needs to stop wasting his walking Stuka barrages. Needs to target those AT guns much more effectively rather than just shooting for moon shots on the ambulance and such. Okay, so Strategos looks like he's setting up an ambush here on the south where you have the P4, and he's probably aware of that due to that little AoE of sight those points give you. Looks like he's going to go around the side of that though. Making a beeline for the Easy 8 on the center. Still an AT gun pointing in this direction though. Bounces that shot. Oh, now he's backing down here. He's probably going to take an AT grenade. Sturms with the 2 weapons go down. That's a big shame, and there's still these 2 AT guns in the vicinity. Fortunately, did not get the AT grenade off there, so this tank is going to escape. Oh! Oh no, that Shrek squad. He just built that thing, and down it goes immediately. Oh my god, he just cannot keep these Shrek squads alive today. Oh, and now this squad, I think it's got a bazooka and a Shrek. I see a Shrek there, that's the Shrek, and yep, there's the bazooka. That thing's going to be devastating, especially if it gets onto the rear arm of this P4. And that really can make all the difference when your squad has 2 AT weapons. Oh, this is fine. Firing on the center. Oh. Firing the major. Oh, doesn't quite get those rear echelon squads. If it had, would have been a very nice barrage indeed. This is actually quite nice to see a fighting position going down here. Upgrading that with the 50 cal, that's going to help him keep hold of these VPs, which is very critical when you're under 100 VPs. You've got to keep hold of those things at all costs. And TwistedTootsy seems very reluctant to make a kitten for some reason. But yeah, back to what I was saying, having AT on your squads that also have a snare can make a real difference, because you can get that bazooka off and then throw the AT grenade and then tanks the snares. Because usually it will take 2, sometimes 3 AT grenades. Oh, Lieutenant, luckily only 2 of those 3 models died of that mine there. Could have been a lot worse for Strategos, and he can't really afford to lose any more squads right now. Still, now he's about to set up a triple cap, setting fighting positions on 2 of the 3 VPs. That's going to make life very tough for TwistedTootsy. And what's this coming in here? White phosphorus. Going to do a lot of health damage, but the US Forces white phosphorus cannot actually kill. On the other hand, the white phosphorus round from, what is that, the Comet, can kill. But I think that's to do with the flames that it leaves behind, not the white phosphorus itself. So now TwistedTootsy, instead of investing in Raket, has gone for 3 Shrek squads, and he did have plenty of munitions, so that's not been the issue for him. About to run into this fighting position, and that 50 cal's about to pop. And he doesn't quite kill that thing, and this 50 cal could come back to bite him in behind here. Could suppress all these squads. Oh, nice crush there by the Easy 8, forcing mass retreats. 50 cal does indeed finish. Gonna pin that squad, they cannot complete the cap, and he's gonna have to make a mass retreat there. Oh, he's gonna drop the 105mm artillery on that thing. And he does have munitions to burn, I can't really blame him, but I feel like that's a bit of a waste, honestly. It's the job done at the very least, but I feel like probably would have been better to spend it on this one in the centre on full health and his P4 up there to get a finishing shot on. Still, that was a good engagement for Strategos. Picked up a lot of kills on his Easy H with those crushes. Once again, this Stuka hasn't been doing much. He needs to pay more attention to the cooldowns on this thing. This thing, it's been sitting idle with a barrage available far too often. I think that's part of the problem. Really should be tearing through these masses of AT guns, but not doing so. Gonna drop another 105. This is a waste. This is a massive waste of munitions right now. Not going to hit anything. If you're going to drop it on infantry, drop it on things like support weapons that take a while to pack up, and maybe you'll hit, and try to do it during an engagement where he's already busy trying to micro a lot of things. It makes it a lot harder to get out of the way of it. Just dropping it on mobile infantry, they can easily retreat, and that's pretty much the only engagement going on the map. It's never going to connect. Just a tremendous waste of munitions, and now he doesn't have it to deal with this fighting position here in the centre. I feel like he's going to be in a bit of trouble. Here we go. 2 Easy 8s knocking down on this rear. TwistedTootsy looks like he's saving his fuel, maybe going for the Easy 8 now. As I said, probably should have gone for that a long time ago though, instead of getting these Panzer IVs. The AT guns in for support as well, and down goes that Shreya. Here comes the P4, but this thing is heavily outgunned here. 2 Easy 8s easily going to defeat this. What's he doing with it? He's activating Blitz, trying to get to safety now. All the Shrek squads there in the centre. Looks like they're coming in for a flank on these AT guns. Maybe on these Easy 8s as well. This one's somewhat low. Looks like he's going to come in for a crush, maybe. He's taking a lot of Shreks though. Down he goes. Probably shouldn't have done that. 4 Shrek squads there. Oh, here we go. P4 versus Easy 8. Easy 8 probably could get the kill here. Needs one more shot to knock it out. Doing a bit of a death spiral here. Down goes the P4. Don't know what he's hoping to achieve there. Should have just got the hell out of there.
Medium pants are lost.
So Strategos loses 1 Easy 8 but takes out the P4. Oh, but could lose his Easy 8 now. He's going to the north. And looks like this 50 cal may save the day. We've got a regular HE Sherman here now. Good choice. Does have less health than the Easy 8, but its high explosive rounds are much more effective at dealing with Shreks. Or just dealing with infantry rather. Takes a lot of shots though, and he's kind of lucky that these Shrek shots did try chase there. Oh, and now we've got a triple cap coming in from TwistedTootsy. Could this be the death now? Those VPs draining very, very quickly. Looks like Strategos investing in 50 cals. Good choice against a blob like this. Also notice that Strategos doesn't actually have any bars and stuff, so his riflemen not super effective against these Volk squads.
A resource sector has been isolated.
Finally pushing back out now. Oh, here comes a Stuka barrage, sounds like. Targeting this? Why would you target this? There was a huge blob in a line coming out of the base right here. Why would you target one lone squad?
To 50 points.
I think if there has been one error in TwistedTootsy's ways that is glaring, it's been his walking Stuka usage. He's had this thing for, well, at least 20 minutes. It's only got 11 kills. So, yeah, that has been one glaring issue in his play.
Squad back to full strength.
Oh, Jaeger Lights may actually lose this to the 5-man rear echelon squad. Excuse me. Looks like they are, and because those Jaegers weren't actually in the cap circle there as well, go and decap that, and once again Strategos will be switching the drain back onto TwistedTootsy. Oh, look at that HE round! Knocking out that Jaeger Light squad at range. And Strategos has been getting quite lucky with those long-range wipes. There we see him activating the white phosphorus, trying to cover the retreat of his tanks. Doesn't want to lose one of those tanks again to this massive blob of Shreks. Oh, this is trouble. Jaeger Lights here getting converged on by
Tiger ready.
2 rough squads and a lieutenant. Nice safe retreat though. Should get away alive. Here is the big boy, the King Tiger, finally bringing this out. Better late than never. Oh, 50 cal working on these squads in the center here. Oh, Easy 8 doing some good damage there from the north.
To 100 points.
But the King Tiger's working its way to the very far north. And Strategos continue to try to put these rear echelon, these fighting pits onto these VPs, which is a good decision. But here's the King Tiger, opens up, gets the first shot on the rear echelon squad. They quick to retreat. Now he's switching his targets maybe to the fighting position. Should do. Oh, he's backing away for some reason. Oh, he's coming back in now. And he takes a huge shot on the Easy 8. Oh, crew shot. Somehow missed and didn't hit the Easy 8. Looks like this thing's going to go down for the next shot. There we go. Cooked up.
Resource sector has been cut off from our supply chain.
Needs to stick. Why is he backing away? He needs to kill this fighting position. Don't think he can see that now. He moved slightly too far away. Oh, looks like the walking Stuka took a bit of damage there. No, now he's moving back in. Kills the fighting position. Looks like the AT guns are rotating to the north there. On trying to line up a few choice shots on the KT. KT's going to back away. Oh, he gets a couple shots in on the rear armor of the KT there as it backs up this hill. In fact, it takes a lot of damage right there. Now this thing's going to be out of commission for a long time. Before, you know, is it still at about 3/4 health? Quick jaunt to the repair station would have been fine, but now it's going to be out of action for probably a minute. Maybe even longer. It doesn't have any stern pioneers to supplement his repair speeds. Here we go, we're at 45 and just started repairs. Wait, what is this doing? What is this Sherman doing? Looks like he's going to try to get the kill on this KT. No, he's trying to target the walking Stuka. Walking Stuka going, trying to juke around. KT's exposing its rear armor briefly. Now it's gonna, what's he doing with it? He'll probably take this on a head-to-head fight as long as the AT guns aren't there, which they are not. come the Shreks for some support. Oh, 50 cal here in the north. Is he going to get these infiltration grenades off? Does, but they do not do enough damage, unfortunately, for TwistedTootsy. Now he's got his blob coming straight in the center. Lots of Shreks connect with the Easy 8. That thing's lucky to escape, but 50 cal does go down. TwistedTootsy looks like he's now going to back away for some repairs after dealing with that Easy 8. AT gun's now in a bit of trouble. Probably should split off a few of these squads, try and knock that out. In fact, he does. This other AT gun's also in a bit of trouble now. This game's going to go right down to the wire. Oh, he needs to keep those Jaegers up there capping. There he goes. Trying to knock out this other AT gun. This is the vetted up one. That'll be a good pickup for him. Oh, he's going to try the white phosphorus right on the retreat path. It's probably going to connect. Oh, no. TwistedTootsy gets out there just in the nick of time. But now he's had to retreat all the squads. Needs to send his KT back into action to try and hold on to the central VP. And at this amount of health, he is liable to get snared by this rifle squad. He's got to stay at range here if possible. Lieutenant trying to just run around, try and dodge these KT shots, but this thing is so lethal. Ooh. Shot and the lieutenant will go down. Easy 8's enough to make the KT think twice though. He's got to back away. Probably could take this though, honestly. One on one right here. He's knocked out most of their AT guns. You should be aware of that. And the Shrek Bob is returning to the front lines now. VP's in neutral. Looks like Strategos is going to take control of the centre though. There's a AT gun there. Also could pick up this 50 cal, try and lock that down once again. And TwistedTootsy's kind of given up trying to cap his fuel and get resources coming in, so he's not going to be able to build any more tanks for quite a while now. Just trying to focus on the VPs, drain those last 28 VPs. Oh, looks like we've got a flank coming in here. Easy 8 and regular Sherman trying to get on the rear armour. KT takes engine damage. Where are the Shreks? Where are the Shreks? The Shreks are here in the north. Too late. Both these Shermans getting onto the rear arm of the KT. Still bouncing shots though. Remember, it's the rear arm of the KT. Still liable to bounce shots. Here comes the Shrek Bob. All of them connect with HE Sherman. The regular Sherman. Looks like this Sherman's about to go down here. Trying to juke around the house. He's one more Shrek to connect. Down it goes, but he just, as I was saying, still has the resources. Managed to call himself another Easy 8. And TwistedTootsy, on the other hand, doesn't have enough resources for anything except for a flak panzer. So now Strategos with the armor advantage, maybe going to hold on to the game here. We do still have a very formidable Shrek blob here. Almost all of these look how highly vetted they all are. There's a formidable force. Needs to get those 50 cals working double time here. Here we go, setting up. Looks like they're slightly out of range. Here we go, suppresses 2 of the 4. Someone's just sticking in there trying to prevent them from getting this capture. Very heavily aided by the fact that these guys are so inaccurate, and TwistedTootsy surrenders. I don't know about that. I think he still had 53 VPs left. Bit of manpower in the bank. Maybe could have got a flak panzer. Maybe had enough time. Premature surrender, perhaps. Either way, very entertaining game. Lots of back and forth action there. And very nice play from Strategos there. Coming in from the rear on the KT. Knocking it out and sealing the game. Anyway, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good